with me, baby? Do you wanna roll 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 with me, baby?
Welcome to another episode of Heartbeat Arena. It's your host, Trillionaire Chuck, and this is episode 3. Yes, sir, we got a lot to talk about. Klay's extension. Is he gonna get it? Is he deserving of it? You know, what's the future for Zion and the Pelicans? Are they gonna trade him? Are they gonna keep him? We got some interesting fashion talk and, of course, relationship topics and everything like that. So why wait, y'all? Let's just dive right in. So, for fashion talk, everybody knows about the Metaverse, okay? And how most big brand companies are starting to put their merchandise, their stores and everything inside this Metaverse that's currently being built. So basically, probably in the next 20 to 30 years, you know, most people are going to be shopping in the convenience of their home and everything of that nature. So the question I have, you know, since the emergence of this Metaverse, how is it influencing the fashion industry and stuff like that? So it's influencing the fashion industry because, again, what's gonna probably end up happening is that stores are gonna, you're no longer gonna be able to walk in the store, right? Because, you know, companies are gonna spend more money on the tech stuff, keeping their store in the metaverse where people could, like, let's say you're playing a game on the VR system, because that's what you're gonna need. You're gonna need a VR, AR headset system to get to the stores. So they're probably gonna push that more and stuff, and you're gonna be able to see the stores, you know, the Gucci, the Burberry, Nike, Adidas. They're all gonna be in there. Will there still be brick and mortar stores? Not as many, probably, because if I can save on not having to have this building, you know, and hire employees, but just maybe like have a few, then, you know, VR system, the metaverse is where it's gonna be at. So how it's gonna work basically is a person's gonna put on their VR headset, their system and stuff. They're gonna be, let's say they get done playing the game, they could go shop. When they're shopping, let's say they walk to a Macy's, they pick up the shirt stuff. It's gonna be able to have the shirt like digitally right in front of them, where they could pick it up, they could try it on, and it's gonna get so to the point where they could feel the fabric. You know, it's gonna heighten the sense of touch to where they could feel, you know, the quality of the fabric, how it fits on their skin without physically being there. And so people are gonna gravitate more towards, you know, towards that. So that way, you know, after shopping, they're still gonna have like someone working there in the metaverse, you know, where you can make your purchases. And that's where I think crypto will finally be at its state where it's going to be there and more people are going to have to be using it to make purchases and stuff like that, or debit card. I believe they are really pushing to go cashless, you know, which that's probably what the metaverse is going to do, is just push more of the cashless agenda. Okay, don't quote me on it, but I just think that's where it's going, especially with the emergence of technology in this day and age. So also with that, you know, committing a crime in the metaverse, I know we're going on topic, but just throwing it out there. You know, if you commit a crime in the metaverse, you can be kicked out the metaverse and stuff. But you, as the actual individual that committed the crime in the metaverse, well, won't be thrown in jail. Obviously, it's just dependent on what that crime is. Like if you're trying to scam or get credit card information, yes, obviously they're gonna come after you. But if it's something like, oh, you stole a digital idol from the store, you punched somebody, then yeah, they'll probably try to boot you for that. What's this reminded me of is this Yu-Gi-Oh cartoon I watched, uh, Enter the Vrains, right? Where you got this guy playmaker in the Vrains world. He's dueling and everything, but his physical body is in the real world and stuff like that, and he goes by like a different name in the real world. It's just amazing what AI is doing and stuff. And so transitioning from that, AI and personalizing fashion. So basically, how is artificial intelligence going to better the shopping experience is the question. But like I said, people have to buy the VR headset. It's going to allow them to not only see the product, grab it, feel it, all that stuff, try it on. It's going to simulate how it will actually feel. Doesn't mean it's going to give you that exact quality. So it's kind of dicey in a sense. Because let's say you're trying on shoes. You're going to be able to have the luxury to put the shoe on and stuff like that, feel it, all that stuff. So now you're getting a sense of like, okay, this is how the shoe feels, but then when you actually get that shoe, it doesn't feel like how I felt in the metaverse. So that's the part that's kind of tricky, but I think for the most part it's gonna enhance the styling of clothes. It's gonna make it look better. It's gonna be able to, again, you're gonna be able to sell digital products without really having to, I guess, have the rights or be able to own it. It's something more, to dig deep on, because it's still freshly new. They're still trying to iron out the kinks. They're still trying to get a better understanding of how the metaverse and fashion is gonna, you know, combine and stuff. So they're still ironing out the kinks with that. Me personally, I feel like I still would rather go into the store to feel and touch the physical part of the fabric and everything of that nature, instead of the whole digital aspect, the whole VR system thing of it. It's just, I just feel like it could cause deception, because you could be deceived because you would think the quality of this fabric, it feels nice, while you're in that world, in the metaverse world, but then when you actually get it, the quality isn't like how they projected it to be or how you felt or thought it would be. The fit may be a little off, all of that stuff. But again, it's still in this trial and error phase. Who knows, where exactly it can go. But I think in the next 30 years, that's how majority of people are going to be doing their shopping, is in the metaverse. That's what it's mostly leaning towards. And I feel like that this is going to be a whole completely different world and stuff. They already got working with autonomous vehicles, driving around in the streets, being able to, pick up people, drop off food, everything of that nature. I like to call it the Jetson world. People thought it wasn't going to come. Well, look, it's slowly coming. It's slowly being rolled out. Even with rent. When you're paying your rent now, think about it. At first, you would have to go into your leasing center, leasing office to hand them a money order or a check. Now you can just do it online. Hey, go into your portal, Log in, bam. Pay it that way. You can put it on, automatic payment, automatic deductions now. You could get it taken out monthly basis, month to month. Hey, every first, it's being taken out automatically. You don't even got to worry about it. So you have to look at how evolution is taking place. It's some would say it makes our life easier. Some would be like, hey, it's kind of a hindrance. It made us lazy. I don't fall into that lazy category because even with technology and the emergence of it, like I said, with the metaverse, with the fashion companies, you still have to know how to use it. You still have to know how to work it. So you have to be trained in it or retaught, new things, new rules and stuff like that. And I think those who are more upper in age don't want to grasp the concept, let alone try to follow how it's gonna pan out and play out. And I think that's why they are saying that and everything like that. And we'll see where that goes. I mean, Metaverse, big name companies, big brands, small brands transitioning into the Metaverse. You're gonna have to. I know for one thing, you're gonna have to have, like, if you're a small brand, you're gonna have to have the following and the sales to enter into the Metaverse, to have your store in the Metaverse for people to come into, for people to shop at, and stuff. So it's gonna be interesting how they do that. How they do that in a sense. And so transitioning, let's talk about sports for a second. So Super Bowl, 49ers, the underdog, Brock Purdy, against the Swifties. Yeah, it's not even my homeboy no more. It's not Patrick Mahomes and Kansas City Chiefs. It's the Swifties. See, the NFL is promoting the whole Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's relationship, because she's always at the games. She's supporting her man, just like when Travis Kelce went and supported her when she was performing on stage. That's what couples do. But let's think about it. Most ladies at a young age who are Taylor Swift fans, they weren't watching no football probably. Now that they see her there, hey, guess what? More eyeballs is on the NFL now. She just has that following. I mean, she's worth $1 billion. So the Swifties are going wherever Taylor is, that's where the Swifties are. I'm not mad at it. It's good. It's a good way to sell the NFL. Good publicity. Good. All of it. All of it's good. It's going to be a showdown. I can tell you that much. Both teams full strength. And, if Patrick Mahomes does pull this out, they're going to possibly put him in the GOAT debate with Tom Brady. That's just what it is. Last show the first episode I spoke about Brock Purdy being MVP because he's beating all of these receivers in every category. So I don't think it should be Lamar Jackson, even though I like Lamar Jackson. He's showing improvement, but I just got to give it to a better guy. I mean, stat-wise, is Brock Purdy. That's that's who I would give the MVP to. And so, you got Christian McCaffrey, Travis Kelce going, Christian McCaffrey's been playing amazing. Like, man, he's gonna come out. The 49ers have something to prove because they feel as though they should have been the Super Bowl champs had Brock Purdy not got hurt. And now this is their chance. They're like, yeah, we're going to show you. So they're coming with the chip on their shoulder. Patrick Mahomes is coming. His legacy is on the line. You know, he does not want to lose to the last pick in the draft. And this is Brock Purdy's opportunity to not only be considered a top quarterback in the NFL, but also compete for a max contract deal now. Like Justin Herbert got the max, Brock Purdy might end up getting the max. Because if he knocks off the Swifties in the Super Bowl, what can you say? What can you say? How can you tell him no? You just knocked off, one of the greatest QBs in this modern era of football. And you weren't even supposed to be in the Super Bowl, to be honest, because the last pick, think about it. Think about how his story played out. He was a third string quarterback, right? Trey Lance gets hurt, so Jimmy G comes in. Jimmy Garoppolo, or as I call him, porn star Jimmy, comes in, and everybody who knows Jimmy G knows he's injury prone. He always gets injured. He comes, plays a game, wow, gets injured. Now it's Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy took advantage of the opportunity he was given, and he's running with it. And now, like I said, I expect it to be a great football game, but I got the 49ers taking it home. They got a lot to prove. They're coming in with the chip on their shoulder. So let's talk about it. Klay denied the 2-year, $48 million extension with the Warriors. He's basically betting on himself. So the question is, should the Warriors give Klay the max? So let's talk about it. Is he worth it? Do you keep Klay Thompson, or do you let him walk? We have to consider all that Klay's done. He is part of that Warriors team where they won the 4 championships. And so he still can shoot, but he's just a lot older. And before we dive, a little bit more deeper into this particular part of the segment, we'll be back after this commercial break.
Are you ready to take on the ultimate basketball challenge? Our Shift Squad women's basketball shorts are designed to help you dominate the court in style and comfort. With functional pockets and a unique design, these shorts are the perfect addition to your basketball gear. Get your hands on these amazing shorts for just $33 and take on the challenge with Shift Squad.
Hey, so, like we were saying, Klay's older. And he doesn't defend like he used to. And he hasn't added really nothing to his game. It's like, this is the point where I was talking about, guys should be adding stuff to their game. You're in the league. You should always add something each year to your package, to your game. Well, it seems like Klay just been stagnant because he 11 dribbles, 60 points, coming off the screen, being an excellent knockdown shooter. Now, had he worked on his handles, like, with Steph in the offseason, think about how that would look. Klay is what? 6'6"? Yeah, he's about 6'6". 6'6" point guard. Put Steph at the 2. And then, now you could pull. Or you could, boom, get it, boom. So, then, 6'6", okay. When you're at the point, hey, take it to the block. Boom, get it, boom. Like, he has that turnaround shot, but think if he would have actually perfected some moves down there. He plays great off the ball, coming off the screens, the pin downs. But it's like if you would have added a post package to post up smaller guards and a handle to be able to, get to his spot, create space, have a go-to move, Klay would be still averaging like, you'll be averaging like 23, 24 a night. So let's go over his numbers. And again, according to ESPN.com, this season, 23-24, Klay is 58th in scoring with 17.6 points per game. 3.1 rebounds per game. He is 123rd in ranking in assists with 2.4. 133rd in ranking with shooting 42.1% from the field. Turnovers per game, 1.7. Steals per game, 0.5. So now we're gonna go to stat muse. So just career playoff. Let's go over how he does in the playoffs. So his career playoffs, he's played 42 games, started 42 games, okay. He's averaging roughly minutes per game 30.9, shooting 38.5% from the field. I mean, not from the field, 30.5% from 3-point range. He's 91% free throw shooter. Boom. So, oops, sorry y'all. That's no, that's right. No, that was wrong. Apologize for that. That's regular season. Games played 42. He played 42 games thus far. Games started 42. Sorry about that. That's not career. This is career. Okay, his career. So basically, let's just go over the numbers because I'm not subtle. I'm not perfect. So what? That's why I had to correct it. According to ESPN.com, thus far, Klay has played 42 games. He started 42 games. He's averaging 17.6 points in a game. I don't know why it was hard for me to get that out. He's averaging 17.6 points a game, which is ranked 58th in the league amongst score points. 3.1 rebounds per game. He's ranked 123rd in the league for assists at 2.4, and he's ranked 133rd in field goal percentage at 42.1. Steals per game, 0.5. Turnovers per game, 1.7. He's playing 30.9 minutes per game, shooting 38.5% from 3, 91% free throw line. Free throw percentage. All right. Now let's get into career playoffs. According to StatMuse.com. Games played total 158. Games started 158. Woo! Minutes per game 36.9. So his minutes production is going up. Okay. Points per game 19.2. Rebounds per game 4. Assists per game 2.2. Steals per game 0.9. So he kind of turns his defense up a little bit. Rebounding, scoring. Okay. Blocks per game 0.5. I mean, Klay's not much of a shot blocker, but turnovers per game 1.7. So it stays stagnant. Stays the same. But here's the interesting stat: from the field, he shoots 43.6 percent from the field, 3-point percentage 40.5%, but his free throw percentage is 84.5%. So basically, his career in the playoff. Oh, he's also had 6 double doubles in out of his career in the regular season. That's I bet a lot of people didn't know that. So it seems like when the playoffs roll around, he goes up, point technically 1.2, a point and a half. He goes up. I mean, his field goal percentage goes up by like point 0.9? No. Yeah, 1.5. His 3-point percentage goes up, but it goes up by only 1.5. But his free throw percentage drops because I think Gil alluded to it best. He basically said on Gil's Arena, they don't know how to get to the free throw line. And so when you're a jump shooting team that relies mostly on jumpers, if your shot's not falling, you're gonna end up losing. I mean, the extension he's looking for is 4 years, 220 mil, according to San Francisco Chronicle, but it's www.sfchronicle.com. Here's where the issue lies. Because of the championships, rings, and this is where Golden State, the owner and stuff, this is where he's going to struggle with. You maxed out Draymond because he's the enforcer, he's the glue guy, he keeps the team, intact and stuff. You maxed out Curry because, Curry's deserving. He's putting the team basically on his back right now. Kuminga's coming into his own. You got rid of Jordan Poole. And so now, Klay is thinking, you're looking at his numbers and you're like, well, okay. If they get to the playoffs, they seem to go up a bit. But the problem is they're going off his age. He's 33 right now. If we max him to 4, he'll be 37. Now with his ability now, you're not the defender you once was. Father Time is undefeated. So it's hard because you're going off what he's done for the organization. I wouldn't max him based on these numbers. The numbers don't really scream max, honestly. Because heck, like Tobias, I think is scoring 16 points per game. And he was at 150 mil max, I believe. I'm not sure. I have to fact check that. Let's look that up real quick. What Tobias is doing. What did Philly give him? 2 different positions. I get it. Tobias is more of a small forward, plays a 2, but he could be a 3. We're just looking at it. I'm just looking at it for what it is. Yeah, he signed a 5-year, 180 mil with, and he's averaging according to ESPN, 17.7 points per game, 6 rebounds per game, 3.1 assists per game, and he's shooting 50.8% from the field. So, yeah, like, And Tobias Harris is only 2 years younger than Klay, but Tobias is 6'8", 226. They got him as a power forward, but realistically, he's like a 3. A 3. Yeah. If I'm an owner, I let him go to the market, let him test the market out, and whatever the market says he is, I'll just max it and probably give him incentives to try to keep him. But to max, not off top. So will Golden State re-sign him? They're gonna try to re-sign him, but not at the max. I personally would be shocked if they sign Klay at the max at the end of the season. If they don't go to the playoffs, more importantly, if they don't even win the title, I'll be shocked. And so, which brings me to another topic, Zion. If you're the Pelicans, do you trade Zion because of his, his weight problem and stuff, or do you keep him? Here we go. So let's go over Zion stats. Okay. According to ESPN, this season alone, he's played 38 games, started 38 games. Okay. Minutes per game, 30 minutes, 30.3. Points per game, 22. Okay. Rebounds per game, 5.5. Assists per game, 4.7. Steals per game, 1. Blocks per game, 0.4. Turnovers per game, 2.6. He's shooting 59% from the field. He's shooting 36.4% from the 3. 66.7% for free throw line. He's averaged 6 double-doubles. He's gotten 6 double-doubles this year. Okay, so let's look at for his career. Again, all coming from Stat News from the career side. Top side is ESPN, His career, he's played 152 games. He started 152 games. He's played 31.6 minutes per game. He's averaging so far 24.8 points per game. Rebounds per game, 6.6. Assists per game, 3.9. Steals per game, 0.9. Blocks per game, 0.5. Turnovers per game, 2.8. He has to connect the turnovers. He's shooting 60.1% from the field. He's shooting 34.6% from 3, 68% free throw shooter. And so far in his career in the regular season, he's averaging, he gotten 27 double-doubles. Man. So we got to see first off, how old is Zion? So let's see. Zion is... He's only 23 years old. Looking at this right now at 23, as an owner, I'm projecting him to be almost in the 30s, by the time he's 26 or 25. But it's his weight problem. You already put clauses in. I mean, how we look at it is this. Okay. if I'm Zion, I mean not Zion, if I'm the owner of the team, I already got my clause in, so I would keep him because he has so much upside. Because of the upside and stuff. But he would be on a strict diet with me. And I mean, hey, like, if you want to be on this team, Zion, this is what's finna happen. Okay? Now, tell it to him straight like this. Hey, you're the face of the franchise, right? However, these numbers you put up are amazing. Imagine what you could put up if you were in basketball shape. Okay? This is what's going to happen. We're going to put you on a strict diet plan this off season, okay? All the stuff that you were eating and stuff like that is going to be gone. You're going to be put in a different house, okay? With security, they're going to monitor your every move, okay? If you think about going into a different restaurant, these security men right here are going to stop you. And they're going to notify me. Every time you're eating something that's unhealthy, I'm going to dock you. I'm going to take away. And I'm going to keep taking away. Why? Because you're too much of an asset to be overweight for your position. Theoretically, in hindsight, that does sound good, but let's be real. The owner's not going to do that. Not at all. Because, at the end of the day, Zion is a grown man. He can do what he wants to do. It's just like, man, his numbers is dipping. Honestly, your career is 24.8, but as of this season, you're putting up 22 points per game. Your rebounds, for your career, it was 6.6. Now it's 4.7. It's declining. The only thing that kind of went up is his 3-point percentage from 34.6 to 36.4. His free throw percentage went down. So you gotta care. And I think the problem is people feel like Zion does not care enough. Even though he's still young, he's not understanding or processing like, hey, man, how much dominant can I be if I just took better care of myself? If I got with LeBron James and I studied LeBron James and picked his brain and did everything that he's doing to the best of my ability, how dominant can I really be? And I don't think he understands that. And I think the people that he's with aren't really putting that in his head. Like, man, do you know you could be the face of the NBA if you just get in shape and work on your craft? I mean, it's crazy. He could dominate this league if he takes better care of himself, if he gets the weight down. Because with so much weight at his height going up, it's got to come down. Gil said it best. He's right. Even when I play basketball, I got to maintain a certain weight because if I jump up, all the pressure hits the joints. So if you're so top heavy, when you come down, it's crushing your joints and it leads to injury. That's why certain players work on landing. Like when they're going up, they land properly so they can be balanced when they land to avoid knee injuries. Because when your knees go, man, these are wheels. It's hard to play when you're having knee surgeries and stuff, because when you're relying solely on athleticism and you can't jump as high as you used to, it's like, man, what do you do now? That's all I'm saying. Zion, come on, man, take it serious. Take the game serious. You could be the face of this league if you take the game serious. Don't be a Shaquille O'Neal, who even he said, had I took the game serious, I could have been arguably the most, arguably the best center in the world, hands down. If he took it serious, if he took care of his body, kept working on his craft, man, what? It frustrates Shaq that he's not in the GOAT debates. He's not even mentioned. They always say the most dominant. So the question, Zion, is, do you want to be in the GOAT debate? Do you want to be, or do you just want to be dominant? We're about to get into the last part of the show, which is relationship talks. But before we get into that, we're going to take a quick commercial break. Shop the #1 clothing brand out right now. Check out our latest t-shirts, hoodies at blackguysandgoddess.com. Why wait? Shop now at blackguysandgoddess.com. Part of the show, we're going to get into relationship talk. Now, relationships in the metaverse. I know, right? We're in the digital world, guys. Look, why go out to a bar and club and meet the person when you can meet the love of your life in the digital world? World. What do you say? She's my digital girl. So the question is, can you have a romantic relationship in the metaverse? If you're a real person like myself, the answer is hell no. I gotta see how you look. Because you gotta think about it. They are having avatars, they're gonna have avatar characters in the metaverse. They're gonna be over here talking and all that stuff, showing pictures and all this great stuff. Not the actual pictures, but yeah. It's crazy because it's almost gonna be like Bumble or Tinder, like swipe left, swipe right, all that stuff. But think about it. In the metaverse, how you are actually an avatar, you're walking around, you're talking, you're engaging with other people, and you hit it off with someone, and y'all vibing and gelling. Then imagine meeting that person in real life and they was not what you envisioned them to be. Oh my gosh. You talk about a stood up date? What? Psh, man, please. So no, I don't think that you can have a romantic relationship in the metaverse. I don't think that can happen. But then on the flip side, you could be somebody in the metaverse and they turned out to be exactly who you envision them to be. Me on the other hand, no, not. We're not gonna be just dating no. And so the next question is long distance relationships in the modern era. So, do they exist? Actually, yes. 75% of couples have had long distance relationships in the country, according to mylongdistancelove.com. Okay. Advice and strategies for that. Because I remember someone was asking me about that, like, hey, I'm in this long distance relationship, and what should I do? And I said, well, you gotta establish communication, of course. you're gonna have to, virtually see each other. What I mean by that is, FaceTime, Skype, whatever. You're gonna have to see each other on video and stuff like that. And it's gonna take understanding, knowing like, hey, if someone doesn't pick up on, within a couple rings, they're not with someone, they're just busy. Or if someone doesn't reply to a text like that, you can't jump the gun. They could just be busy, especially if they're in a different time zone, that can get real tricky, but it can work. I've seen it work with overseas basketball, people in the military, and they make it work. It's just gonna come into how mature you are, as an individual, and basically, it's gonna take, work. And I think that's what people don't understand. Relationships require work. It's gonna require sacrifices. It's gonna require compromise and understanding your partner, knowing your partner, and everything of that nature. And I think what's happening now is people don't want to put in the work. They just want the results quick. They want the relationship to be this perfect relationship where there's no argument, no fights. You guys are gonna disagree on something. You're gonna get upset, especially when one doesn't answer the phone. It's human nature. It happens. Okay. It's about resolving the issue. Do you all resolve the issue? And when it's resolved, it's resolved. It's not hindered over, meaning like once it's resolved, another fight arises, you bring up the stuff from the last fight. And no, what happened last fight is last fight. We talked about this. This is something completely new and different. So I would say those would be my strategies. You just come up with a schedule, hey, call at this time, we video chat at this time, and stuff like that. And you go from there. And you also got to have an understanding and a huge amount of trust for it to be successful and for it to be healthy. Oh yeah, and people use advertising Metaverse. I got that information from www.inverse.com. I mean, yeah, dating in the digital world probably ain't gonna be for a trillionaire Chuck. But, hey, to each his own and stuff. But that's my time for today. Join in for the next episode. It's your boy, Trillionaire Chuck, saying peace out.